screen looking so clean. I don't move slow, I move fast, right past anybody taking life for granted, yeah, that's too bad. I'd be grateful for everything that I have. You only got this life, you don't get it back. Make the most of it, become the best that I can. Everybody look at me, I got a plan. You gotta work hard, play hard, do it from the start. Cause how you do anything is everything is art. Stay consistent and do it every day. Don't let fatigue get in your way. Cause 10% of something is better than nothing. You better do something if you wanna be something. I can feel my stomach rumbling, I'm hungry. Big things coming, I ain't bluffing, yeah. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough. Better watch out, I'm on the climb to the crown. In my prime right now, hear me loud, I've been spitting for a while now. All by myself, independent DIY now. Don't need no help, I've been beating out labels and money and budgets, it's funny. I do all the work, yeah, keep it 100. I fight for my dreams, I would die for these things. I believe in myself, I refuse to be weak, I like to build things. Empires out of buildings, I wanna leave a legacy of helping others find they feel things. Of motivating and killing, depression, exhaustion, we need some healing. I work through the pain, I like seeing gains. I keep my head down, buried, walk through the flames. Yeah, I do this every day, even when I feel drained. A true man pushes through, you don't hear complaints. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough. I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's the dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the talent. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this. Keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? It was long days and long nights, battling with demons, so tired from the fights, yeah. I was struggling to make things meet. Thought I had you on my team, now the feeling's bittersweet, cause I look back now, and it looks different. I was trying to win for us, but you had a different mission. Just listen, I fought hard every day. You gave away someone who would follow you into the grave. Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Life's looking good now, cut out the negative. It stays away if you make sure not to let it in. A different purpose, I'm a different person. I've been working on myself, built a new version. The best revenge is having success, so what's next? Goddamn, I've been feeling real blessed to be alive, to be in this life. I got a new chance to move on and thrive. So I'll stay strong, I'll live life, I'll be wrong, I'll be right. I'll work hard, see new sights. I'll look deep, yeah, inside. And I'll never look back with any regret. I always tried, always did my best. Pass or fail, at least I took the test. Now I'm just ready for what's next. Let's go! Where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Where did you go when I was alone, just looking for hope, yeah? I worked on myself, learned a few lessons. Without you, I spread my wings to the heavens. But where did you go when I was down and I needed you most, yeah? Watch out for her dark side, yeah, she got some sharp eyes. See her for the first time, never let her out my sight. I just wanna stay up, look at you all made up. Dirty thoughts are seeping to my mind, I can't wait up. Ooh, she looks so good, got me straight in the mood.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Murph, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? It's nice to talk to you, man. How's everything going, man? God, it's been a while. Hold on for 1 second. How you been, brother? How have you been? What's up, Molly? Oh. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna So I'm streaming, multi-streaming, and one of the websites I'm streaming on is TikTok. And you know how you can pop out your chat and make it its own window? Well, on TikTok you can't do that, and you got to make the window, your browser window, big enough so it will show the chat. So initially I had it on my phone, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put it somewhere on my screen, because like I pop out the chat of Facebook and Twitter, and I make it small because not a lot of people talk, and I put it on my second screen. Your YouTube Bruta, dude, tell me about it, man. What have you been doing, brother? Just off rip, man. What have you been doing? Now, I think last time we talked, you were into drones. Was that right? And I'm not saying that because of your name, but I think you. I forgot what exactly you did, but I think you bought a drone, or I forgot why you bought one. I don't know if it was for casual or if you wanted to do something with it. But tell me what you've been doing, brother. And I'm setting up my chats real quick. Let's see. Actually, let me do that.
Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms. Ready to be covered in scars. 'Cause I will always be a warrior. Late nights,
There we go. We're good.
hard work.
Short form and drone long form. So what do you all right, so let's start with the drones first. All right, so well no, let's do this. Let's start from the top. So are you working anywhere? Are you going to school? What are you doing right now?
You know it's all about the conquest. What's next? You gotta put the work in like your
I want to know everything, brother. I want to know how you doing, man. What you're doing, you know, everything. Everything you want to share. But I think you trust me that I'm not gonna knock on your door. I might. Hey. Hey, Murph. No, I'm just kidding. You're at a UPS store? Right on, right on. Oh, that's awesome. Now, I know you're a tech guy. I don't know. I'm sure you probably like sports. You're probably not a huge fan of sports. What do you want to do in news? Like, what would you want to do? Are you gonna go into public speaking, advertising? What do you want to go to school for? I know you're real big in tech, so I don't know. Did you want to do like computer science, or you don't know yet? And where are you planning on going to school? Are you gonna do like a community college, 2 years, and then go to university? For anybody wondering, this is Murph. He's been in the community for about 2 years. Real good guy. I met him through I think it was the Apple or the iPhone Discord. And good dude, man. Awesome dude. He's a huge iPhone guy. Huge tech guy. You got about 1.5 years. So, okay, so you're gonna go to a community college. You're gonna go in the summer, finish your second year, and then hopefully transfer to a 4-year college and finish your remaining 2.5 years. Now, where do you have a college in mind you want to go? Or are you gonna stick close to home? Me too. Me too, brother. I didn't get mine right on release. But yeah, me too, brother. I'm like a tech enthusiast who's an idiot. So like I like all the new tech, but I'm not like you who's familiar with how it all works and stuff. Okay, so you're gonna fit. Okay, so I know there's a delay. So you're gonna finish your half. You're gonna finish the rest up. You're gonna finish your second year of college, and then spend the next 6 months probably getting certificates, classes, trying to get certificates, and so hopefully by next January, start applying for a job. Is that kind of what you're looking at, or are you looking at getting a job in the fall? Oh, you got 1.5 years left. Okay. So, in a perfect world, you would be done by next summer, at the end of next summer. If you got all your classes. Well, you'd be done by fall or after fall. So you'd be done in December or done in August. Now, see, here's the thing. You can be a trooper, and you can take, obviously 4 classes is full time. But you're working now, so you probably can't. But if you wanted to be a trooper, you could do 5 classes. I know some people who do that. And you could probably finish, depending if you get all the classes you need. But see, that's the tough part. You got to make sure you have to, you might need a class, and it might be 1, challenging. 2, they may only offer it during a certain time, and it may overlap your other classes. So sometimes things gotta go your way to really do it to kind of get it right at the summer. But yeah, definitely by the fall, because not all classes too are offered in the summer, and you probably know that too. Like, not every class. Sometimes you gotta wait till fall, winter to get the classes you need, and or I don't know if you use the website ratemyprofessors.com. Used to be a really good website, and you go there and type in your professor's name. Well, I don't know exactly how, but that's either type in your professor's name, what college, and people write reviews on them. Hey, he's hard, he's not hard, he's a good teacher, bad teacher, class sucks, class is hard, everybody failed. Really easy. Move out. Do you have any idea? So December 26th you'll be done. Do you have any idea like where you want to move? Like even the slightest? Like even interest? Are you trying to, like, if it's not like a specific state, are you trying to go east, north? Trying to go down to Miami? You trying to go west? Northwest? I don't know if you want to be in an area where there's a lot of tech boom, but obviously, you got Silicon Valley, but I've heard too, like even Washington and up there, it's booming. Like it's a really, it's up there, it's really bustling with like tech and well, I'll say not progression, but just kind of growing in the Seattle area. I'll move to ATL. Oh yeah, okay, I see. So kind of move to ATL, maybe get settled into a job for like a year or two, get some experience, and then it will allow you to, and mind you, there's a delay, and you already know that, but mind you, it would kind of go to Atlanta, maybe get a job for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Then you'll get qualified to apply for other jobs, and then you can kind of have more options. You know, hey, Kentucky, Tennessee. Oh yeah, definitely. So is the friend, is he someone you would live with, or just kind of somebody to have there that you know and not totally in a city where you know nobody? Does he go to Georgia Tech, I'm assuming? Oh, no problem, brother. Oh, Zyvan, hey, what's up, brother? Oh, okay, great. Is he, hey, Murph is just telling me about, he's going to school for IT, and he's got a year and a half left. And, he lives in Bama. He was just saying that he wanted to go to, he's gonna move to Atlanta when he finishes school, and then possibly go to, like, Kentucky or Tennessee. So, I don't know, Zyvan, if you're familiar with IT, information technology. Is that something that interests you? Have you ever thought about going to school for that? I don't ever talk about that. Like, when I think IT, I don't know, whenever I think IT, I think like somebody in computer repair. But I know there's a lot more to it. Like, it's probably anything that deals with like technology or electronics, right? Like, what comes to your mind when you think IT? Like, obviously you could think like, okay, somebody works for Microsoft. But like, in terms of locally, like your local businesses or your local surrounding. Other than Harvard. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's both. Okay, that I did not know. I always thought information technology was strictly software. And I'm guessing like so like, would you say somebody who works at, so most of the people who probably work at Dell or Microsoft, they either have IT degrees or engineering degrees or computer science, I guess. Oh yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. IT department. Kind of like the networking, making sure all the computers are updated. So where I work at the warehouse, Dollar General Warehouse, they, oh, by the way, Zyphon, good luck on your exam, man. Don't worry about talking, man. Study for your thing. I just want you to know we're here for you. And don't worry about talking, you know, just do your thing and let us know how you do. You probably already know that. So where I work at the warehouse, we don't really have an IT department, but we have an IT guy. And his job is to, like, because all the computers, like, I can use a computer, but it's like heavily restricted. Like, I think I can use the web, but like I can't download stuff. I can charge my phone, but like there's a lot of things you can't do. You know, they obviously have it so, you know, normal, you know, employees can't do a bunch of different things. And to update all those computers is actually like, it's not as easy as just hitting an update button, you know. They gotta go to, not each one, but sometimes they gotta go to this set and this set. And they gotta update, and then when they update, they gotta make sure, and they told me, someone told me this the other day, when they update, they have to make sure that none of the permissions change. Because sometimes when you update, it kind of things change, and you don't want to. I mean, I don't think anybody would do anything, but you don't want people having full access to the web and looking at stuff they shouldn't be. So here's a fun fact. I have my work email, and I set my work email. So I went under settings, and like Outlook has a ton of different settings. I don't know if you've ever used Outlook, but holy shit, man. Excuse my language, but they have a lot of settings, man. Like it's almost like a lot of it's like for jobs and corporate stuff, but they have a lot of different forwarding settings, like just a lot of different settings that you wouldn't think an email client to have when you compare it to your traditional AOL, Hotmail, Gmail. But I set it to where all my work email would get forwarded to my personal email. Now, someone said, "Hey, you can do it, but you're not supposed to," because I didn't want. So I can have Outlook on my. I can have the Outlook app on my phone, and I can access my work email. But it's a little weird sometimes because like you can't always send. I don't think from my work email unless I'm on the clock. It's really weird how it works. There's certain restrictions I have if I'm not at work. Anyways, I set it to get all this stuff forwarded to my personal email because I was like, well, then I won't have to worry about checking my. If I have something important that comes to my work email, I'll see it in my personal email, and then I'll go out on my work email and respond to it instead of having to check my work email all the time. And I did that, and not even like 3 minutes later, I got this email. Hey, this is so and so from the IT headquarters or the corporate IT department. You need to take off the forwarding of your email. And at first I saw that, oh shit, am I gonna get fired? And no, it wasn't even that serious, but they knew right away that I did that, and not supposed to do that. I didn't think much about it, but yeah, I just thought it was crazy that they knew right away. They're like, yeah, you can't forward. You can't have stuff forwarded to you personally. Oh, okay. They do. At first, I was all worried. I was like, oh shit. So I'm like, nah. Like my supervisors at work didn't know about it. Nah, if I would have said, no, I ain't changing it. But like my blood pressure rose up. I was like, oh my, I hope I don't get in trouble. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of crazy that they knew so quickly that I did that. Like, because I didn't even get any emails yet. Yeah, I didn't even get an email yet that did that. It was probably within 5-10 minutes. Hey, you can't do this. And but yeah, so that's dude, that's so awesome, man. So when you're not, what are you doing at the news station? So now I know what you're doing with school. What are you doing at the news station? Are you behind the scenes camera stuff? Are you doing like some computer stuff? Are you actually front and center, or are you kind of like doing a little bit of everything wherever they need your help? What up, Rachel? What up, Kate? What up, Sandy? What up, Jason? People stopping by on TikTok. A lot of those people just stop by on accident. They're not like coming to see the stream. But it lets me know who stops by accident. So say, hey, what's up? Wait, so you work at the news station, and while working there, you applied for another job within the news station, and they're going to let you know Friday if you got it? What will you be doing? So right now, are you kind of like volunteering for experience sort of deal? Which there's nothing wrong with that. I've done that a lot. With my degree in sports management, you almost have to do that. Like, you're not going to get like the internships that are paid are few and far between. Dude, I love hearing. Dude, I love this, man. Oh, that's right. You said that. My bad. That's right. No, that was my fault. You did say that. See, that's what I get. That's what I get for not reading closely. That's right. So, that's awesome. So you'll be behind the scenes. Dude, I'm happy for you, Murph. Yo, Murph, you're going to get this job, brother. I promise you, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And so when they interviewed you, you probably told them, yes, this is what I'm doing now, working at UPS. And you, of course, expressed to them that I'm going into IT. I want some experience. See, getting a job is like getting a girlfriend. When you don't have one, nobody wants you. But when you are taken, everybody wants you. And as funny as that sounds, it's the damn truth. I'll say this. Looking for a job is a job in itself. Now, it sounds like you kind of got lucky and applied for something that is close by. But, like, if you didn't have that opportunity, like, I mean, when you don't have really know which direction you want to go, it's a job finding a job, man. You know? And, like, a hard part is, like, you don't want to sound cocky in an interview. But you also don't want to sound like, you know, you're totally lost and want to keep an open mind. Because they want, you know, while you're learning, they still want to have some benefit to hiring you. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. This is just kind of general knowledge. You know, they want to feel like, but then they also don't want to, like, it's almost like they want you to be a leader, but an open mind leader, you know? Have an open mind. One of the things, because I've done a lot of job searching, and my current girlfriend, she used to do work in career departments, help people get jobs and stuff. She used to tell me that there's no such thing really as being overqualified. If somebody tells you you're overqualified, it usually means they just don't like you for whatever reason, which I think is BS, but, you know, I get it. Sometimes they don't feel, you know, there's really no such thing as overqualified. But there's also, you know, you can also be, like, underqualified for things and have zero experience, even though the job requires experience or says it does. But if they like you, they can hire you. Like, it's really weird, man. So this guy who was the assistant athletic director at University of Miami, he had zero sports experience. And he actually was a principal. He got a junior high, maybe a high school. But he was a principal. And he went from that to being the assistant athletic director. And so that just goes to show that, like, you know, there's so many facets about it, you know, because the company, they want you to, you know, have an open mind, and they want you to, you know, have room to learn, but also they want to be able to say, yeah, you know, if Murph has this job, we trust him. If we give you this job, we want to trust him. One of the toughest questions that my girlfriend would say to me that's hard to answer, she doesn't even know the best way to answer it, is, what is your greatest weakness? Now, You can come out swinging and say, I don't have any weaknesses, but you know, that's not going to do well for you. Or you can say some, I don't want to call it crap, but you could say something like, oh, I work too hard. That's not going to fly either. But then you also don't want to like say something that's like, well, I don't work well with around others, you know. It's like, well, and granted, there are some jobs where you don't got to work around people, but most jobs you got to have, you know, you got to work around people. So it's like, well, you know, that's always a tough question to answer, man. I hate that question. Doesn't make any sense. You know, what's my greatest weakness? That's like saying, like, almost like, what do you hate the less? Like, what do you hate? What type of food do you hate the less? Like, it's just a weird question to answer. But, anyways, I'll put some water on my face. We're gonna play. Shout out to Zyphon for studying. Shout out to Murph for doing his thing, dude. I'm so excited for you, brother. What up, Brad? What up, Tommy? What up, Marion? Marina? Oh, I probably butchered that. I'm sorry. Tommy Roberts. We got Brad in the house. Call me Kate. We got Anthony, Sandy, Rachel, Jason. Oh yeah. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Yeah, it's a tough way. It's a tough thing to do, like, you know, because you don't want to sound perfect. As many interviews as I've done, I still don't understand it. Like, I don't understand. There's really no. Most things, it's like, hey, if you run into this situation, answer like this, and it's kind of like a safe bet. For that type of question, it's really hard to answer because people view it differently. You know, you could say something that's like, man, you know, my biggest weakness is that, I struggle with, I struggle paying attention, or something that's so like a skill that you need for every job. But some supervisors, managers, they would also welcome that honesty because it's so refreshing, you know. Because they're so used to people like saying stuff and then trying to protect themselves because they're worried that, well, if I say this, kind of like when you leave a job, they're not supposed to ask you if you've been fired or not. But let's be real, dude. Like, most people when they leave a job, I don't say most people, but there's a lot of people who, when they leave a job, they didn't leave on their own terms, man. They got fired. And for whatever reason. Doesn't mean they did anything bad. You know, bad things happen to good people. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. You know, you got fired. There's people get fired all the time. And when you apply for jobs and you're saying where you used to work, and you know, they're not supposed to ask you, you know, hey, can you go back there? And it's really, when they make a phone call, they're not supposed to ask that. And I find that really fascinating because they know people apply for jobs that they necessarily, and again, just because you got let go from the job doesn't make you a terrible person. You know, doesn't really mean you did anything wrong, really. They just don't feel like it's a good fit, you know? And so I think that's just kind of weird. Because it's like, it's like, because then you got this whole, like, it's kind of like when they say, you know, you've been with the company for 10 years. That shows stability. But it can also show that you might have a problem acclimating to something new. You see what I'm saying? And then if you go from job to job, it shows that you're constantly, you know, looking for something better, which can be frowned upon. It can also look like that, man, that you don't have no stability, but can also look like that you know how to adapt. You know, you can go to this job and adapt, and then you move to this job, you adapt, move to this job, and you're able to fit in. You know, there's so many answers to questions that, like, you just, there's no safe answer. You just got to go with one way and then just hope that they buy into it. Someone also told me, too, that when they ask you at the end, like, do you have any questions? They used to always tell me, like, and my girlfriend would say this, like, you need to have some questions. At least ask one question. And I tell you, figuring out what that one question is really hard, because you want to ask a question that you already answered. You don't want to ask something that sounds like you're just asking something to sound like you're interested. You also don't want to ask something that sounds a little too personal. You also want to ask something that's job related. You know, you don't want to ask, hey, what's your, and then if, in like if they say ask a question, here's a perfect example of a question that could go both ways. You asked in the supervisor manager, so how'd you get your job? What was your experience? I get passionate about stuff like this because, and I won't take up your time, but when I go use the bathroom, I graduated with my 4-year degree, but I had no job experience. So, I'm looking for an internship, and an internship's not required, but it's one of the easiest ways to get your foot in the door. And like I mentioned earlier, with sports management, almost all of them are unpaid. I mean, that's just the way it is. So you're gonna, what you end up doing is you're doing this internship that's unpaid, work 30 hours, 35, 25, and then you have a job on the side, and they understand that, and so on and so forth. But when I did an internship, unpaid internship, but the problem with me is, like, I would be looking for jobs that aren't related to sports. So I would tell people, hey, this is what I went to school for, but I'm just trying to get some money. I wouldn't say those words, but in a lawn form of way, I'd basically say I need a job for money. But I'd say it in a professional way that's basically like, hey, I want to work here, And, I don't say, well, I've always had a dream of working at Panera Bread. Well, no. But also, too, I don't want to sound like I don't want to work here and I don't care. I don't want to just come out and say, well, I'm just kind of looking for some money. Even if that's the truth, you don't want to say that. And it's almost like, because I had the degree, but no job experience, it really fucked everything up. Excuse my language, but really messed everything up, because it's like, well, you got this degree, but it doesn't coincide with job experience. So then people see, like, when I would come in and I would, introduce myself and ask for an application or say that, hey, I'm going to apply for here, I'd always come in and introduce myself. I would explain to them where I went to school, and they'll say, the amount of times I got the response, well, that ain't, we don't really do sports here. It's like, well, thinking to myself, yeah, I know that. And then also, too, and someone told me this, say you're applying for a job like a gas station. You don't want to come out and, no matter how you say it, you don't want to express that you really want to work here. Because it kind of sounds like, it can be viewed as like, how do you have such desire to work at a job that doesn't really have any progression, And it's just like, well, thinking to myself, at the end of the day, I just want to get paid. You know what I mean? And the thing is some supervisors or managers, hiring managers, if you just say, yeah, I just want a job so I can make some money, some of them will actually respect that answer. Yeah, okay. But, when you have the degree, it's like people say, well, and so what I would do is I'd leave off the degree. But then, when they say, what have you done for the last 5 years? What am I gonna say? Sat around and played Call of Duty? No. But that means I went to school. Oh, so how come you didn't put that down? You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, but I'll tell you how to answer that. That specific question. Like, what have you been doing? A good answer for that, if you haven't been working and you want to sound responsible, is say you were taking care of a sick family member. Someone shared that with me. They said that's usually a good route to go. You know, because you don't want to say you were partying or anything, but say you were taking care of a family member. That shows care and concern, and they're not going to ask for proof of that. And you can either say, yeah, it was my grandma. Or, now, if you really were, that's great. But that's a good way to answer that question. If you're trying to, you want to tell them what you've been doing, but you don't obviously want to say I've been playing video games and doing some volunteering. Well, volunteering is good to hear. But, but then again, like I said, I just wanted to share that with you. I get passionate about that because it was really hard for me when I had my degree and I didn't have no experience. It was really hard for me to get a job. That was just to get my foot in the door. Because see, when I was doing these unpaid internships, I wasn't getting paid. So when I fill out a job online, an application online, it would ask me what I got paid for each job. And usually you can't put $0. So it's like, well, how do I put my internship in here? Because sometimes it doesn't let you put $0. You gotta put something in there. Well, I didn't make any money though, but it is work experience. So that was kind of a pain figuring that out. And I forgot what I ended up doing. I think I ended up putting something in there and then putting a disclaimer like, oh, it was for credit or it was for experience. Yeah, then they would see. And I was DJing. Now, you can imagine when they say, well, what have you been doing for the last 6 years? And I explain doing these internships. Oh, DJing, making money on the side. And I got to be careful how I answer that question because, you don't want to be, you don't want to say, oh, DJing the bars and clubs. And then you don't want to, because if you talk too much about it, then they'd be like, well, we don't really do DJing here. Well, clearly that's, and I'm not saying I would say this, but I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's obvious. I mean, you're a fast food restaurant, or you know what I mean? You're this, you're that, so it's just a weird angle to look at things sometimes. Let me put some water on my face, go to the bathroom. Dang, I like this, man. Shout out to Zyphon for studying. Shout out to Murph for putting up with me. Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you. Like, you're gonna get this job, man. You're gonna get this job, and you're gonna forget about me, and you will never remember me ever again. And you'll be so happy. I hope not. I think that's what's gonna happen. But that's what I want. Seriously, I'm just kidding. Duh. I don't want you to forget about me. But I'm gonna say a prayer for you tonight. Yeah, you got it. And I'm just playing, brother. All right, have a good night. Don't work too hard. And I'll catch you later. Oh, I'm on vacation until next Friday, so I'll be streaming a little more. And hopefully when I go back to work, I'm going to try to fit in some streams because I'm trying to switch some things up. And I'll let you know how I've been doing and everything. But yeah, have a good night. Don't work too hard. Keep me posted. And wow, I'm really excited. For anybody else, I had the music kind of loud, didn't I? All right, I'm going to use restroom, wash my face, and we're going to fire up a game. We are going to fire up a game. Do it. Uh-oh. Alright. I'm so happy for Murph, man. That is so cool. What up, Jeff? What up? Who's that? I don't know how to pronounce that. Nathan? All these people stopping by TikTok. They stop by, they see like no viewers. Like, I'm out of here. Oh, that's fine. What's important is that the people that I love and care about stop by. That's what's important. And hey, we get some new members, cool. But we don't need new members to have a good time. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom, bathroom, but yeah, I'm really happy for Murph, man. He's a good dude. He's real smart. He knows a lot about the iPhone. He helped me with something. I forgot what it was that he helped me with. But he helped me with something on the iPhone. And, yeah. Good dude. Alright. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? Give me a sign, will everything be alright? I need a sign, cause I don't wanna waste my time. Sometimes I don't wanna wake up, I feel tired in my bed, wanna lay up. Watch TV instead, about fake love. Let the drama unfold with my brain numb. Yeah, I'm still digesting everything that's going on, second guessing if this world is a place worth saving. I feel lost in this world as of lately. Give me a sign, will everything be alright? I need a sign, cause I don't wanna waste my time. I wish I knew if all of my dreams would come true. I wanna be free, I gotta find a way to believe. All I know is that if I give up then it's over. But if I keep going, every day's a bit closer. Highs and the lows, feels like a roller coaster. It's never over. I gotta find a way to get inspired in this life. Stop looking out and start looking inside. Find what I love and take a little pride. Anything is better than complaining about life. I don't need help, I could do it by myself. No pain, no gain, I will go through hell. Do what it takes, I will break out of my shell. I'm never coming back, once I'm gone I'm out. Yeah, got me like, ooh, watch me on the screen, you gon' see me making moves. You gon' see me scheme like I got something to prove. Working like a fiend, yeah, I do just what I do. Got a purpose, got a view, turn my vision into truth.
What's up, Patsy? Why is it showing different people joining?
I will be better real soon, yeah. Real soon, yeah. Give me a sign, will everything be alright? I need a sign, cause I
Alright, so let's figure something out. Like I said, I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. Let's see. Is Yakuza Like a Dragon? I don't even know what this game's about.
happen one day. You gon' see my face in my name. Came to this place to be great. Okay, okay.
Oh. Let's see.
Watch me as I take off. I'll be working until I have all of my days off. Then I'm surfing in California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da, watch out, I'm coming, yeah. I know, I'm a hustler. I go, got me running, got me gunning for thrones. I won't go back, no pass, blow past, so fast. I'm gone, grow fast, big splash, all cash. Like watch me as I take off. I'll be working until I have all of my days off. Then
RDR2.
California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da, I'll be eating Kobe steak hot. La da da, got that fish sushi grade raw. La la la, I'm on vacation, I'ma stay off. La la la, now I'm taking all my days off. La la la, yeah, I'll be in the top spot, putting work in, cause I'ma be a boss, yeah. In a penthouse, jacuzzi, turn it hotter. On the roof, waiting for me is a chopper. Cha-cha-cha, I'm living in a daydream, yeah, it may seem, but I manifest this every day, see. I got things I've been working on daily, and I stack it all up to this mainstream. I got the attitude, do what I have to do to be the best in the game, got gratitude, no bad mood, just fat views, ooh. Watch me as I take off, I'll be working
What's up,
until
Brad?
I have all of my days off. Then I'm surfing in California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da, watch out, I'm coming, yeah. Blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up.
Sorry, guys, I did a little bit of OCD.
'Cause I don't give a fuck what you say.
What up, SJ?
I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks. I'ma stack
Alright.
bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6
Alright.
feet deep under, but my body won't decay. 'Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put 'em on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty. I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people hurting me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck.
Had the music too loud. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry, guys. Did a little OCD. I apologize. What up, William? I don't know how to... Oh, shit. Alright, so let's say just trying to get back in the swing of things, man. Alright. There it is. Alright. Like I said, guys, just trying to get back in the swing of things, man. So much I want to do, so much I want to play. I got OCD, so if I seem like I'm doing stuff, it's just, I got to get comfortable. So, but yeah, normally I play, I'm going to get back in playing a bunch of different games, and I'm excited. I want to try something out real quick. Real quick. If anybody experiences any issues, let me know. I did something to try to improve the quality of the image even better. But if it gives you a little weird stuttering, just let me know. Turn it back down. It shouldn't, but it might. What up, Chris? All right. So right now I'm just kind of like messing around. Just trying to get the feel for streaming again, man, because I've been out for a while, and for those who know, I've been struggling with anxiety, but working on getting back into it, you know. I don't want people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. I'm just trying to really get back to being somewhat normal. I have, for those who don't know, I struggle with anxiety and depression, but I also have autism and just a mild case of bipolar. Nothing too crazy, but I'm just trying to get. What the hell? Why did my restream channels go dark? We're connecting to your channels. What happened to my channels? So can anybody see anything? Can anybody see the chat? See something. All right, what's going on with the channels? Hold on for a second. So I'm getting an error saying to activate chat, please enable channels. So give me a second, y'all. I want to know why it's doing this. Let me do something. All right, so now here's what it's doing. It says to activate channels, please click here. Sorry, y'all. So just bear with me. Never had this happen before. So. Maybe I need to turn it down. That's probably what I need. So I can't see anything if you're sending me a message. It's saying to activate channels. Yo, Taco, what's up, brother? It's saying to activate channels. It says, maybe it's working now. Yeah, it says, hold on, we're connecting to your channels. To activate chat, please enable channels. So give me a second, Taco, if you don't mind. What up? What up, chat? No, that's the person's name who just joined the stream. Give me a second. Wait for they'll respond soon. They better. Yeah, this is just no. This is a different setting. I actually solved that problem. Nick last night helped me out. Not the Nick you know, but he helped me. What up, Alan? He helped me with something else, and so. But now I'm getting this issue saying to activate channels, please click here. And I don't know what that means because my channels are activated. Let me see. So, if you don't mind, just give me a second, Taco. It's showing up on my screen, but it's not showing up in the chat box when you send a message. Everything's working good. I was feeling good and everything, and then all this happens. My signal's good. No drop frames. So it can't be my end. Maybe it's making it so they can't respond to anything either. Everything was going good, man. And Taco comes in and says, "What's up?" Oh, it's all right though. It's all right. Be a good streak. We'll make it work. It's like hold on for a second, y'all. Please. Hold on. My chat just said, I got this notification so I can see your chat when it's on the screen, but I can't see it in the chat box. And right now I'm messaging Restream and seeing if they can help me out. And they can't. So that's the first time I had this issue. It's saying like to activate channels, to activate chat, I gotta click something, but that's I've never seen that before, and I've been using Restream for a while. All right, well, we'll just play, and I'll just remind you guys. It's really a bummer, man. But I'm gonna have that box open for. Wait. Somebody respond. All right. Says it wants a screenshot, so we'll do a screenshot. All right, 1 second. See. Oh, there it is. What up, Vic? Hey, hold on for 1 second, bro. Oh, you're talking to Taco, aren't you? That's right, because you know him. So, 1 second. Ugh. Okay, now I think it's working. All right, hold on. What up, George? Yeah, this is a pain. I'm sorry, y'all. So I got an error message. So I think maybe it's solved. All right. So here we go. Let's play. All right. So yeah, that was really weird. All right. So can anybody hear me or not hear me? What's up? Ooh, man, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't want to say it wrong. um, okay, that's what. Oh, I was sending messages in the chat when I meant to just send it in the to the to the representative. That was weird. All right, that's crazy. All right, anybody? All right, sorry about that. Jeez. We got this. We got this. All right. But yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm in a good mood. I got a lot to look forward to. All right. Still a little anxious and stuff like that, but things are going pretty well. All right. Taco was here. He says, he said BRB officer coming. I wonder if he's on probation still. Let me see. I need more lure. I need a lure, man. Is this stream choppy to y'all? Hey, what's the quality of the stream? Does it look like... Is it bad? Taco? Let me know and I'm gonna switch... I want to switch it up. If it's bad, let me know and I got a setting I can change. And you're on YouTube, so you should be able to select what resolution you have. But on... According to TikTok, it's not showing... TikTok's showing a bad quality stream. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh. Because I'm on a TV and the reflection of the light. How's that look? Does that look a little better? I run into that dilemma having light or no light, and so I'm trying to figure that part out. Is that better, Vit? I always appreciate it when you guys point stuff out like that, because sometimes on my end it looks perfect, but I'm glad you guys point out when it looks like trash. Mm-hmm. Black buck. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. What up, Maya? All right. So. All right. Like I said, I'm feeling good, man. I want to appreciate Vic and Taco for hanging out, man. I appreciate you guys for being there for me. I really do. Um, like I said, I'm really working on getting back in the swing of things. Things have been kind of out of whack ever since my grandmother died. So, well, that didn't really sound right, but since my grandmother passed last August, even before that, things were kind of rough. But then when she died, it was just really hard for me to get back in the swing of things. And my anxiety, depression, and autism, everything's just kind of acting up. But I've been working a lot, so that part of me is doing good. But well, see, I did not know that the phone did this. Yeah, but so right now I'm just kind of hunting for whatever. Prefer bigger animals, but kind of take what we can get. Just like that bar at about 2 in the morning, right? Take what we can get. All right. So in this game, I run the dilemma where it's like I'm trying to, okay, I want to run to from point A to point B, but obviously I steer animals. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. Like if I'm running animals, I'll hear like a sound, and that's when I'll slow up. So if I just crawl all the way to this point right here, I'll it'll take me 2 hours. So I still kind of balance the, you know, the speed and being quiet. Like they have vehicles in this game, and someone said it's like the worst thing they ever added because they're so loud. Because when you run and sprint in this game, it's not too bad. Like it's actually pretty fast. So, but yeah. All right. And I only have one lure on me. The jackrabbit collar. And that I still haven't figured out like if you use the jackrabbit collar and it brings out jackrabbits, does that bring out predators that eat rabbits? I don't think it does, but I'm not gonna say for certain. some of the larger predators, larger animals, they don't have lures. Lures is for like birds, rabbits, smaller animals. At least that's what I've seen so far. Now, almost most definitely there's going to be something in here. Like I said, I'm feeling good, man. Since I, like, there's only been a few times over last year that I've actually got to do a regular stream. But, like right now I feel good. It's just like, I get nervous. I feel like I have to use the restrooms, but I'm trying to get over that. Alright. Oh shit. Yeah, it's the only I shouldn't have done that. The auto walk feature in this game is probably the best feature in the game, period. Yeah, hands off. It's nice. And then they have sprint, clearly, but you can also do auto walk, run, auto walk, walk, auto run, auto. But that's a different button, so sometimes it gets confusing. Now, I didn't see what it said, but he either fleed or he did another mating call. By the way, for those curious, I've never hunted in my life. My dad does shoot guns, but he never was the type to invite me to those things. And I was never really a gun person. I think I shot a bow and arrow once. And that shit was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. The strength you need to do that. Okay, that's the type of animal I want to... The water buffalo. Okay, so... Sometimes if you just stay zoomed in on your binoculars, you'll pick up the whatever animal it is. But... So he did like a... What up, Rudy? So he did like a half circle because they swear he's that way. So, and again, I'm bad with like distances. So 100 to 140. So, and he's a 3. So we look at this gun. This gun is for classes 4 through 9. So this is 2 through 6. So this would be a good gun. And it's perfect because the effective range is 150. Obviously, if you're closer to 150, that's good. If you're farther away, you can kill them, but you definitely... You need a better money shot. So probably fleeing. So there's 2 of them. A lot of times when they do the warning call, they're about to flee. And since I'm not really, let's see, that's what I want. That's kind of the animal I'm looking for, is the water buffalo. Oh. Now with the light, oh. With the light, I don't know. Like, the light does affect them, but I don't know by how much. I don't know if it's just like if you gotta shine it in their face. So right now I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. So sorry, but yeah, or if they can see the reflection. All right, so this thing. I mean, it'd be a good kill, but it's definitely not one of your lower level animals. Let me make sure I know the. I forgot to hold breath. Hold on. Hold breath. Hold breath. Which one's hold breath? That was shift. Okay, that's cool. So now in this instance, I'm not really that great at this game, but in this instance, what I would do is focus on all 3 of them and find out which is a better level. 1 is the lowest level. So I mean, if one's like a level 2 or 3, and that's different than those numbers on the guns. Those numbers on the guns are the classes of the actual animal itself. Then every animal is, I believe, 1 through 9 too. And 10 is like a, yeah, 10 is like a crazy, like, they call it a great one. Not every animal has that. Just like your basic animals, I think like bear, deer. So, probably once I get to this tree stump right here, I gotta remember I don't hit the wrong button. Sometimes I hit the wrong button and start running. I don't want to steer them. Now, when you kill something or shoot something, the map will get red. And they call that, what do they call it? Pressure or whatever. But basically that means all animals, you won't see any animals in this area. So, one thing to keep in mind is once I do that, all these water buffalo tracks, they're going to be insignificant. Now, clearly there's a few of these butts around. But me personally, I'd rather go for the water buffalo. But you know, so let's do that, because the water buffalo is actually more interesting to hunt. The water buffalo is actually aggressive, and it will come after you if you shoot it, piss it off. Okay, so this thing's really close. Now, what I should have done is hurry up, got up and shot any that were fleeing. But I didn't do that. Class 3, yeah, so. Definitely about as easy as you're gonna get in the game. I had a save in this game that I played for a long time, and I actually built it up pretty good. Had a lot of money, and save got corrupted, so I had to restart. But in that save, I didn't have no handgun score. Like I just didn't ever use a handgun on anything, you know, rifle, shotgun. And so some of the handgun perks and bonuses I wasn't able to unlock or use because I'd never used a handgun. So I made a point to kind of have that for certain things. So put it on auto walk. So see, I can do auto walk, and to hit caps, and I'll start running. But to me, the sweet spot is when you kneel down and run. So you're kind of concealing yourself. You're not being too noisy, but you're also moving at a decent pace. Now, that symbol in the bottom right, I don't know how that works. Nobody's able to give me a definitive answer. But like, you see how it's not red? Well, I don't know if they can still hear that. I don't know if it's when they see red. You'll see it red when I get really loud. If I go through brush or whatever. And when it's red, I know that means that I believe they can hear you. Now, right now, when it's white, I don't know how that affects the other animals. I'm thinking they don't hear that. Oh, shoot. Pushing the wrong button. Screw it. Now, I believe that was a water buffalo. Now, when I played this game on Xbox, so like way before I had a PC, I bought this. I had Xbox gamepad. See, now it's red, so technically that water buffalo is outside of the red, but it's usually not like that. Usually when you shoot, even if you don't kill anything, it's a high pressure. I forgot what the term they use, but it basically will be red for a very long time, and no animals really hang out there. I think they can walk through, but I don't know if they. I know they don't really they won't rest or stuff like that. So now, as you can see too on the bottom right, flat line means they can't see me, and the speaker showing nothing. So this is the ultimate in stealth. Can't see or hear me. Now, I can't really see anything either, so now if I go up, watch, you'll see that little half a sunrise. See? Now, so it's not too bad. Shout out to Vic. Shout out to Taco and his homeboy for hanging out. Yeah, Taco, I just want to say, man, and Vic, I really appreciate you guys' support, man, through everything, man. I know I've been struggling with a lot of stuff, and I just want to say thank you guys for continuing to support me. Oop. You guys are good people, man. A lot of times Vit just comes in and says what's up and does his own thing, which if you know me, that's I don't think bad about that, and I don't really care if you do that. Actually, when you come by and say what's up in stream, I'd rather have you go do something you enjoy doing than just sit in the stream all the time. What up, cows are cool? What up? Thank you for that. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm definitely a small streamer. I only get a few views per stream, so thank you for stopping on by. I'm different than most streamers. I work full time and yeah. So thank you for that, man. That means a lot. See, you guys don't understand, man. When you're somebody like me who has a good job, make good money, you know, no kids, I can kind of do what I want, go where I want. You get to a point where you like the things that don't cost any money that mean the most. And that's where I'm at in my life. I would rather have 10 people enjoying the stream than 5 people donating. I don't need donations. I care less about that. I just want people to have a good time and be open to like, you know, me. I'm a weird person, you know. I have mannerisms, you know. I have my anxiety, depression. Sometimes I gotta go use the bathroom, wash my face. Sometimes I gotta go jump in the shower just because I feel weird, you know. And I appreciate people who've stuck with me in the stream. And you know, I'm not that great at talking, but I'm trying to get there, you know. You know, and it's the people like Vic and Taco. And thank you for the follow, Cow. It really does mean the most. And if you don't believe me, if you think I'm trying to sell you a shit sandwich, I'm serious, I'm not trying to be funny. Ask anybody in my community, be like, hey, what's this person about? What's he about? You know, what's he doing? And they'll tell you. Be like, oh, Tony? Yeah, he's being straight up with you. Now, that water buffalo probably done left, but just to pay attention. Now, I still haven't picked up on, like, when I see tracks or when I see animal poop or food or whatever. I don't know if, like, when I interact with that, I don't know if that spawns in the animal in any way. So I'm still trying to figure that out. People in the Discord couldn't answer that. And I can understand they probably don't know for sure. Oh. So this is the ultimate. This is perfect. So I'm technically sprinting while I crawl. And I think that's, aside from crawling and sprinting, it's the ultimate, you know, because I'm not too loud. I'm concealed. But I can't see shit either. So, you know, I gotta make sure that, yeah. Dang, I'm in like a really good mood. Now, okay, there's a water buffalo. Let's see. Okay, so I don't want to run. Okay, there we go. Now, this is a cool feature. This is the map. my phone. And so this will actually tell me, like, it will tell me like where tracks are and stuff like that. A lot of times I just like opening a map though. Take my time, make sure I'm not going too fast. Now, so what's up? A siren? So yeah, man, I'm like in a good mood, man. I don't know. I just get in a good mood when like even just like one or two people come hang out, man. Because like me, without going too deep into it, like I used to be a huge extrovert, party, go out, and I'm no longer that. I no longer drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that stuff. And I'm a really big introvert. What up, Jay? And one of the things that I do enjoy is I enjoy talking to people, but I don't do it often. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't. But I love it. I love interacting with people. And knowing that people are in the community because they want to be here, regardless if they're attending streams, regardless if they're participating in the Discord, I don't care about that. When I know people are enjoying themselves and a part of the community, they're going off to do their own thing, I like that. Because it makes me know in the back of my mind that, hey, these people love being a part of the community and they're doing their own thing. What up, old woman? Alright, so, like right now, I'm probably gonna just kind of walk like this. Now I'll probably get a... Oh, shit. So he's mating. Now, see, if it's a warning call, it would usually mean that he thinks he spots something. Now, I don't know if they do a warning call if they see other animals, but I believe they do it if they think they see you. And they'll do a warning call. Now, the weird thing about a warning call is some of these animals will attack you. And so, there's not an exact science on how that works. But, like, you know, obviously if you shoot at a bear, it's not going to come right at you. But I think if you, like, you know, shoot at a bear, you miss, or you shoot at a bear and hit it and don't kill it, I think it tends to have some aggressive tendencies towards you. Now, this is a level 9 animal, so I think I only have 2 ways. Okay, I got 2 ways. So this is an awesome gun because this lets me switch the ammo up to the shotgun, and the shotgun is a little not as powerful. So since we're a class 9 animal, we got the shotgun shells. If you see right here, it doesn't go to 9. But watch when I hold Q. Oop. Now we got the, I guess that would be considered a, yeah, rifle shot. So, now if you notice, I'm crawling pretty fast and I'm not making no noise, which to me is a win. And yeah, you will make noise if you go over certain things, but obviously some of the vegetation here is kind of like the way it's in the game. It's, you know, like, okay, am I going over this or not? So Yeah, I'm like in a good mood, man. After I kill this animal, I'm gonna use the restroom because I'm like really happy. I'm like feeling good. You guys are awesome. I'm like nervous because I want to kill the animal. I want to kill it, and it sucks because it's this hill. So it's probably gonna happen. I'm gonna get to the top of the hill, but I'm gonna be too close to the animal. He's gonna flee. Now you can kill animals when they flee in this game, but it's hard, very hard, because they run. And again, it's a game, so you know they it's not always exactly a straight line, or they're not exact. You know, sometimes I don't want to say they glitch, but sometimes it's like it's just really challenging to kill them once they're on the run. Now, I got to be careful because if I shine this the wrong way, the animal will get alerted and leave, run away. Now, if you see to the right, you see that bottle that looks like a spray deodorant bottle. It's almost all out of white. That's what I spray on myself to hide my scent. And if you look at the map, the cone is facing forward, so the wind's going against my back and blowing it that way. So if it wasn't for that spray, that animal would have been gone because it's blowing my scent towards him. But because I got the spray on, it is making it so he doesn't smell that. But I gotta shut this light off. And you need the light to see the footprints in dark, so it's just kind of, you gotta be ready for that. Now, this is a good vantage point. Now, I will say, when you're on top of that thing, I don't think you can see any animals. Like, I don't think they spawn in. Nope. What the fuck was that? So I digress. Now maybe they'll. I'm pretty sure though when you get to the very top they won't spawn because I can never see any animals. And you would think being all the way to the top of that thing, you'd see something. buy anything. So something's walking down there. Oops. I don't know what that beeping sound is. I don't know if it was in that room. So I heard something. No, that's the flag. So something's down there, but I feel like the vantage point would be being up top, but I can't see anything. So right now I'm trying to figure out what the game plan is. I'm gonna try to now when you heard those steps, it seems like they're close, but they're really not as close as you would think. I mean, they could be, but you can hear steps when they're far away. Oh wait, I know what I gotta do. Forgot to do something all the way up top. think I gotta, like, on the top of every tower, you gotta do, like, a lookout thing. And I didn't do that, so. God, I wanted to get that water buffalo. Ugh. There we go. See?
We call that region Terai, or the Southern Plains. It's very different from the rest of Nepal. It's a tropical climate, with swamps and grasslands, similar to parts of northern India. Most people in Terai have a farm or livestock, but it can be tough to make a decent living there. Before we send you into tiger territory, can I ask you to make one ethical kill and harvest? Check the details on your hunter meat. We carefully screen all contractors to check both their hunting skill level and their ethics. I'm sure you understand why we want to make sure you can choose the right specimen and land an ethical shot. In Buddhism, all living beings are seen as equal. It's a principle that commands to not harm or kill without
Thank you guys for all your support, man. I appreciate it. Like, I'm in a really good mood.
but you should
But I'm
not
starving.
cause any unnecessary suffering.
Alright, so I don't know.
That's why even foreign tourists get a limited number of hunting tickets and a designated hunting block when they come here. You know, some of these animals have lived in Terai much longer than humans. For example, the tiger. So they are a valuable part of this world, just like us.
Now, the tiger is one of the hardest animals in this game. The tiger just was added to in the DLC. He wasn't in the original game. So. So I gotta kill an animal ethically. Alright. Shit. God damn it. Shit. So I'm gonna go. So I'll probably go over here. Just go straight. 'Cause right now I don't have a specific area to go. I'm just gonna try to kill an animal ethically. I'm guessing that just means like pop him in the head, one shot kill. I'm guessing that's basically what it comes down to. I'm almost certain. And do it with the appropriate weapon, whatever animal it is. Yo, appreciate all the support. What up, Blaine? What up, old woman? What up, Jay? I play different games too, you know. There's a story behind it all. I work a lot and I'm on vacation, and so I'm just trying to enjoy myself. but I struggle with a lot of mental health stuff, and you guys will see that. I don't mean to, but I absolutely love streaming. I really use the bathroom too, but I want to do this. I want to do this. So right now I'm crawling. Well, not crawling, but I'm kneeling and running. So it's a good mixture of not being able to be seen or being somewhat concealed, not causing that much noise, but most importantly, moving at a decent pace. Because, like, if I do this, yeah, not concealed or not can't be heard, but it will take me forever. So part of this team is finding a good balance. Wide open. As a hunter, you're always a huge advantage when it's wide open field. Because when they run, you can see them, you can project the shot easier. Almost always animals near water in this team. What up, Gigi? I appreciate all the support, y'all. I really do. Oh, see? Okay, there we go. Look at all of them. Gotta be careful, though. Don't want to alert them. Oh, yeah, there's a herd of them. Which makes sense, because they do run in herds. You see? I already killed a black buck, so I would want that water buffalo, but if no water buffalo don't show up, and the black bucket is. Did you hear that shit? You guys hear that growling? Oh, shit! Scared the shit out of me! Damn. Holy moly. Alrighty. Oh my God. That was totally like... Oh, well. Oh, my God, dude. Talk about... That's what I'm going to try to do this water buffalo. It's crazy. I didn't even see where that tiger was, dude. Man. Like, it was just crazy. No, I want to go this way. The water buffalo. Oh, no. Well, no, this way's the water buffalo. But... Wait, is that him? There he is. What up, Soy? Alright, so... Gotta be careful here. So damn, another hill. Fuck. Shouldn't be able to see me. Problem is, I gotta go over that hill to be able to see him. What up, Elliot? So I'm gonna try to kneel down right when I get on the hill. I'm gonna try to crawl. So hills are kind of weird in this game because, like, once you get, if you're not on the top of the hill, sometimes if you're kind of like right before it, the hill will glitch into the what you'll see. Remember, if I stand up, he can see me and run. So. So I'm getting somewhat close, but I think he's slowly walking away. Let me know if you guys are having issues with watching the stream. Shouldn't have, but let me know. Please. So he should be making another noise here in a second. Oh, shit. Damn. So he didn't flee. So. want the water buffalo. Don't care much for the buck. Damn. Elusive, man. I don't want to get up and run, but I feel like this is gonna lead me to him. I wonder if he flee. I wonder if he's fleeing. Oh shit! Damn it! That's fine. I don't care about that one, anyways. Well. Let me check. He's coming after me. There's the handgun. Well, if I can get one, kill him ethically, then I can start hunting the tiger. I really want to go for that water buffalo. Oh shit! I accidentally hit the fucking trigger button. I'm an idiot. Damn it. I'm dumb. heard the tighter draw. Fucking bit. Ugh. LeBron James. That ain't LeBron James. Tighter got me again, man. Oh. Try one more time. No, I appreciate everybody, man. I'm gonna try one more time. Stop, get something to eat. I'm having a blast, dude. Like I'm loving it. I got a lot on my mind. I'm stressed out. Like I gotta use the restroom, but I'm having fun, man. I really am. But I don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to get that? Like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to, like... Do I gotta, like, just kind of guess where the tighter's coming from? Actually, you know what? We're gonna roll there. Oh, shit. See? Oh, well. So, yeah, I fucked that up. Like, alt tab out of the game. So I was like, what up, Noah? Jesus. Water Buffalo dealed me. Alright, we'll try one more time. What up, y'all? The hell's that? I actually like this. I love the aggressiveness of the animals. But I should have. I was being dumb. I should have. See, I should have switched weapons instead of trying to worry about reloading the same one. So that's what I should have done. I don't know what I was thinking. This bad boy. Yeah, so. I just spotted it. Where's it at? There he is. I just saw it. Fleeing? Being too loud. What up, SJ? God damn. I messed up. Something tells me a tiger's gonna show up here. So we're gonna try one more time. Alright. Jesus. You just disappear like that? Shit. Clearly I'm not good at the game. Oh well. I'll get better. I just want to try this one more time, and if I die, oh well. We'll hop back on later, do a later stream. Or just kill a buck and complete that. Kill an animal ethically. See all the wild buffalo footprints? Something tells me I'm going to hear the tiger growl. And put the spray on. One, two, three. Look at all that. Actually, where am I going? I'm going to go this way. I just want to try to get one more animal. See? So I was right. They must have added that. So that's all that affects. So it brings in the red fox, gray fox. Eurasian lynx, that's a interesting animal. Very elusive. It's a white animal that's in a snow-covered map. So... Oh, man. What up, Diago? I'm just like running at this point. Bet you tiger's gonna pop up from somewhere. I'm like losing patience, so I'm just decided to run. Do I want a tree stand? No. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm hungry, y'all. I know I'm gonna disturb some animals. Ugh. I think I'm just losing patience. I think I need to get something to eat. I'm hungry. What? How in the hell am I gonna see that thing, dude? Like a little rabbit? Yeah, I'm just losing patience, y'all. I'm sorry. Something tells me I'm gonna hear the tiger growl. Gotta use the restroom. I'm a little losing patience because I'm hungry. And I really want to kill an animal, but I'm not going to if I keep running around. But then I heard this buck, so I decided to stop running. He's close. So warning, I think, means he sees me. But then maybe he sees me, but he doesn't feel me as a threat, so he didn't run. Something like that. So right now he can't see me, can't hear me. Unless he has AI and then knows that after he saw me, he knows I ducked under some bushes and walking towards him. I don't know if this game does that though. So he can't hear me or see me. So I'm gonna walk right behind him and pop him right in the head. Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this, bro. Alright, I'm gonna eat him, I'm gonna eat him. So about 20 meters, I'll kill him. I'll shoot him. So like if you look to your right, you can't hear me, you can't see me. I got my spray, so my scent is hidden, so he shouldn't be able to detect me at all. I do think if I get close enough to him, though, I think there's some, like, he will notice me, even though none of that stuff is active. So I'm gonna have to get my gun ready and just shoot him. Shoot him in the lungs, or don't want to shoot him in the head, because that's not really where you shoot him. I should have shot him. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Should have shot him. Being too greedy. Thought I'd get too close. Thought I'd get close. Yeah, he's gone. Alright, I'm going to call it a session. Just clearly I'm losing patience. And I'm hungry. The what? Alright, yeah. I'm call it a session. We'll play more later. Sorry, guys. Thanks, Brandon, for joining. Like I said, still trying to get back in the groove of things. Alright, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'm starving. And, yeah. Alright, take care, y'all. Peace.